Croc Talk TV podcast. Peace. Welcome to another episode of Croc Talk TV. I am your host, former NFL and AFL defensive back, Eric Crocker. And of course, this is the pre-game show. Tuning in with my 49er folks, man. About to get it cracking. 49ers versus Raiders. About to kick off in about 30 minutes or so. But before we get started, make sure if you're not already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that like button. All the good stuff that helps make everybody else, see the show. I think I put it on Twitter, so make sure if you see that Periscope video, retweet that out. If you're on Periscope, head over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. As always, the show is powered by Underdog Fantasy, underdogfantasy.com or Underdog Fantasy, the app. If you aren't already a member, deposit $10, use promo code Crocky. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. It's not just a fantasy app for football, baseball, basketball, all that good stuff. You got stuff you can put some wagers down on. They got prop bets. They got pick'ems, all type of great stuff. You can parlay it, make you some good money. All right, so Underdog Fantasy, promo code Crocky. Go do that right now. Support the show, baby. Let's go. But let's get it, man. We about to talk about some 49er football. I see the questions already coming in. I see everybody tuned in. We got over 100 people in here. This is the pregame show. As soon as the game about to kick off, 3 o'clock hits, I'm cutting this off, and we're heading straight over to the other link for the live watch party. All right, so we're going to do that as well. I'm not in my office today. I'm actually in my gym. You can't even see the gym. Hold on. So I'm actually in my gym, all right, where I do all my training, and got the big gym coming, man. 12,000 square foot gym, breaking ground in 2 weeks. So I'm so excited about that and what's going to be coming with that. But I'm recording at the gym because, see if I can turn this around. So I got a TV in here. And now, instead of being behind y'all, I'm going to be actually watching live with y'all. So a lot of times I'd be like, hey, don't tell me what happened because I'm behind, right? I'm a couple plays behind because I'm streaming it. And now I'm watching it live with y'all today, baby. So anyways, man, let's get into it, man. We got the pregame show. This is the 49ers dress rehearsal. And it's going to be some, I think this is going to be like the best chance to kind of see what the team is somewhat going to look like, right? As much as you can when you think about, a lot of the starters playing a significant amount of time, the offense, the defense. Doesn't look like a couple guys. And if you guys see any news break, because obviously I'm in here with y'all, so I won't be able to see the inactives or the actives and, all that good stuff, all right? So make sure if you can, let me know, man, who's inactive, who's not. I did see that it was, I want to say Ebicam and Jason Verrett. They were still on the field while everybody else was in the locker room. So it sounds like they might not be suiting up, but get to see Emmanuel Mosley. Will Jimmy Ward play? Jaquiski Tart. There's a lot of guys that I'm looking forward to seeing. Jalen Hurd. The storylines go on and on about this game with guys who I feel like will definitely get some significant amount of playing time. All right. So looks like most of the secondary is out there. That's good. All right. So let's get to some of y'all questions, man. Get going with this show. Any question y'all got, roll them in. Matter of fact, this is what I'm also going to do, all right, because we ain't going to be on here for too long, right? We got 20 minutes on here. I'm going to shut this down. Then we're going to get over to the actual watch party, all right? But while we're in here, go ahead, man. Boom and boom. Now, you guys can come on live and chat with me if y'all want to do that. You guys can, just put your questions in the chat. That's fine as well. Obviously, I'm going through, I'm reading it. But here we go. Let's go through and read some of these questions. Do your thing, Croc. Hey, Daniel, man, I appreciate it, bro. Let's go. Richard Burns, what up, baby? Nick Danger, what up? Yes. Here we go. First question. Do you think Trey will ball out today? I don't know. I don't look at it for Trey Lance. I don't look at it like, will Trey Lance ball out? I look at it like, are we seeing the things that we need to see for him to become the starter, right? And I think right now, if you'd ask Kyle Shanahan, hey, like, why isn't Trey Lance the starter? He'd probably say, and if you guys see me looking up, because I at the watching the Cowboys game as I'm talking right now. But if you guys ask Kyle Shanahan, I think Shanahan would like to see just a little bit more consistency from his rookie quarterback, right? We see the upside and we see what Trey Lance can be, but we need to see that consistency. So that's what I'm looking for today. I want to see him put together drives. He hasn't had a lot of scoring drives. Like his drives haven't led to a lot of points. He's had 14 drives, 9 punts, something like that. It's something crazy, but he's had too many punts. I would like to see Trey Lance. Can we string together a nice drive? So ball out, I don't know, but string together nice drives. Maybe not have the turnover-worthy throws in there. I would like to see that as well. And I guess for me, that would be balling out. Yes. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already. Matter of fact, I don't even think I put the hold on, y'all. My bad. I didn't turn on the monetization yet, but now it's on. All right. So let me make sure. And I'm gonna get to some more of these questions, just making sure that my monetization is up. All right. All right, here we go. So next question. Yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, man. All that good stuff. Ooh, a Sherfield question. Is Sherfield better than Bourne? I think they may have upgraded. You know, I mean, honestly, y'all know I'm a Kendrick Bourne guy, man. Justice for KB. It's hard to say is he better because I think Kendrick Bourne was consistent in his role for a couple years and played a kind of a key role in the Super Bowl run. He was pretty clutch when he needed to be. Playoffs came in. He bailed Jimmy G out a couple times in that playoff game against the Vikings. Had a couple wobblers on third down that he brought in. Scored the touchdown on that first drive for the 49ers against the Vikings in that divisional round game. I would say that there is more upside with Trent Sherfield. You know, his ability to be more of a vertical threat alone. Like that right there puts him a little bit above Kendrick Bourne for me. Just having that vertical threat, being that downfield threat, a guy who can stretch the field because that wasn't Kendrick Bourne's game. So I would say I don't want to say he's better than Kendrick Bourne, but I definitely can see an area that could make him be more of an upgrade. I hope that answered the question. I didn't want to tap dance around it, but here we go. Croc, you've been killing it lately. Hey, yeah, man, I appreciate it. Let's go. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Ooh, I kind of skipped over some stuff. And again, remember, if you guys want to hop in here, you guys can click the link. I'm all for it. Looks like most of the secondary is out there. Great. I think Kyle wants Trey to win the job today. You know, I asked that question. I was on live with Nothing But Niners, and I asked, what does Trey Lance have to do, or can he do anything to win the job? And the unanimous answer from most of the guys that are on that panel and women, PG, was no, he can't win the job today. So I do think Kyle, yeah. I mean, you spend that much draft capital on the guy, you want him to be the guy. But I think Kyle just needs to see a certain level of consistency in certain areas of Trey Lance's game. And once he sees that, Trey has to be in there. He does want him in there. He does. If Hurd doesn't play and produce, he may be gone. You know, when you listen to Kyle Shanahan and Shanahan's comments on Jalen Hurd, it was he just has to play in the game, look decent, and not have any setbacks. And by setbacks, it's he can't come in on Monday and be like, oh, my knee is sore, my knee is achy, I can't practice on Tuesday or whatever. If that happens, then we might not see Jalen Hurd in the regular season. But if he plays today, has a few catches, looks like what we think, maybe not the, the performance we saw against the Cowboys a couple years ago. But if he just looks cool, serviceable, maybe like what we've seen from Juwan Jennings, and then they get in there Monday and he doesn't have any of these ailing issues with his knee, or Tuesday, he's fine. Now I think Jalen Hurd would be on the team. That's what it sounds like if you take anything from what Kyle Shanahan said the other day. Big Croc, what up, baby? What do you expect from her? Ooh, this is a good question. I expect what we've seen from Jennings. If we can get what we've seen from Jennings and Hurd, then I think you're good. You're good. I also think Hurd, in theory, because I don't know what he is now. I mean, we're talking about a guy who I haven't really seen play football in 2 years. But my scouting report on Hurd coming out, man, like, we're talking about a guy who at 6'5", 230 pounds, his movement skills were like tremendous. Somebody, the way he was able to sink his hips and get in and out of his break with his feet and everything for somebody his size, I thought was tremendous. Now, I haven't been at training camp this year. I have not seen anything really on Jalen Hurts. So I don't know if he's still that same guy that I saw a couple years ago. I think that's what I have very low expectations from a guy who hasn't played in 2 years. But I would like to see, is he still that same guy that I saw a couple years ago? And if he could be that guy, then great. Like, then I think everybody's happy. Can we get an iron cross on those rings? Not for me. Here we go. But hey, if y'all ever looking for a place to come work out, slide through, man. And like I said, I'm in here, but in two weeks we break ground on the new building, and it's still on the same land. My home is on this land. Jim's gonna be on this land. 12,000 square foot. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Here we go. What is the benefit of running a 2-quarterback system? Now, so they asked the offensive coordinator McDaniel this question, and his response was basically, it helps you balance out what one guy might lack. I have an issue with that, because I feel like Trey Lance can eventually be everything that you need. So, and I think that he's going to be that with more reps and being utilized in that role. So he sees it and he improves on it. Maybe they feel like he can do that in practice. Maybe they feel like they can kind of just give him little things at a time and he can continue to improve from that standpoint. I mean, I don't know how. I'll tell you the disadvantage of it. How do you get in a rhythm, right? Like, how do you, as a quarterback, or even Trey Lance, let's look at it from Trey Lance's standpoint. Jimmy Garoppolo, say he's a starter. Boom. Jimmy's your starter. And you bring in Trey Lance and you have him throw a pass and say he throws in an interception. Maybe he only threw 2 passes that game. Maybe 1 pass that game. Maybe it was picked off. Does he throw another pass for the rest of the game? When does he have another chance? Like, he can't get in the rhythm. He can't correct his mistakes. Like, those are the things I'm worried about this 2-quarterback system. Are they only going to use him as a runner? If not, if they are, doesn't that make them more predictable? I mean, like, we'll see how it all works out. But I have more questions than answers when it comes to the 2-quarterback system. We got Niner Sweden coming in. What's up, man? Oh, I don't even got my headset in. 1 second. Niner Sweden, how you doing? Hello? Is it me? Can you guys hear me? I can't hear him. Is my volume down? Oh, man, Niner Sweden. Oh, your mic is muted. You're going to have to unmute your mic, Niner Sweden. I thought it was me. All right, I'm going to put you in the back for a little bit. You got to unmute your mic, and then I'll bring you right back on. All right, so those were my thoughts on the 2-quarterback system. Croc, who can earn a roster spot today with a great play? Hurd, Nsimba. I think Nsimba can definitely help himself. Who is that legit return guy? And, I think we look at, like, what a receiver, if you're a receiver, what you can bring from a receiver standpoint. But, I mean, I think they have those guys, right? You have your wide receiver, a.k.a. tight end 1, and George Kittle. You have your 2 other receivers, and Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk. You have a third guy, or 4th, and Sanu and Trent Sherfield, and you have Jennings and all these other guys. Like, you don't need another guy to just be a receiver that's just like, oh, he's just so great. Like, can you return? Like, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to Nsimba Webster, I would like to see him get more opportunity, but it seems like they've been iffy on giving him that opportunity. They've given it more to Benjamin, Richie James, who's now on IR or released and probably brought back or whatever they're going to do with him. So Niner Sweden, you're still muted. As soon as you unmute yourself, I'll bring you on. But I would say who can earn a spot with great play. Obviously, Hurd. I think you'd like to see him do well, and I don't even think it has to be great play. But Arden Key, I think that's the guy that I want to see more than anything do well today, and I want to see how him doing well. What does that do to the rest of the defensive line depth? Does somebody get cut? Does somebody get traded? What happens? Does he get traded? So definitely want to see what happens when it comes to Arden Key and what he does. So let me see if I can get Niner Sweden back in here. Let's see. Boom. All right, you're on. You have to unmute yourself. I can't do it. I tried. That's a nice beard. All right. Having some technical difficulties with my guy. All right, but great question. Here we go. I don't know if Trey could win the job in the preseason because I don't think Kyle actually values preseason games. I think he values what he sees in practice more. You know, what you see in practice, but also there is an element of playmaking ability that a guy like Trey Lance brings. So I think he, you value what you've seen more consistently, right? You've seen a ton of reps in practice. You also want to see how that translates to the game and if you feel comfortable with that. So I think kind of need a little bit of both. Ooh, this is a good question. Are we going to see a 2-quarterback system before Trey gets some drives? Great question. I think so. I'd be surprised if we don't see Trey Lance at all. And that while Jimmy is still out there. I feel like Jennings has had a good camp, even though he was more invested in Hurd. How would you feel if they cut Jennings and kept Hurd? That would be interesting, right? I feel like a guy like Jennings with his, I don't want to say limitations, but, he has a certain way that he probably is going to have to win. And he's won that way. That's what it looks like, right? So it would be somewhat surprising because I feel like he's kind of maximized his potential to what he is right now. Obviously, there's still room to kind of grow and build on that. But, yeah, man, I'm definitely interested to see how that happens. I think I don't think they would cut Jennings. I don't want to say Jennings is a lock, but he was a guy that they drafted, and it sounds like he's come back and he's better than he was previously. So, 1 second, got a text message. All right. Whatever. Oh, yeah. You already know, man. Stocktown, 209. Where y'all from, man? Like, obviously I'm from Stockton, North Side, Loverty Park. But yeah, I love my city. I don't know if you guys, I've been tweeting out my guy Raleigh Brown, man. Raleigh, I coached him at Edison. He's now on Mater Dei. Mater Dei played against Duncanville from Texas, and Mater Dei is a powerhouse in the South private school, powerhouse in Southern California. They played against Duncanville, a big school in Texas, and biggest probably public school. I mean, over 5,000 students, a ton of talented players, a ton of D1 guys. Anyways, Mater Dei, they clobbered Duncanville. And Raleigh, my dog, Stockton, he from the South Side. His first touch of the game, matter of fact, Mater Dei's first offensive play of the game, took it to the crib, about 75, 80 yards. So that was pretty cool to see my guy put on from Stockton too. Who's the most underrated receiver? Now, is this underrated for the 49ers or underrated in the NFL? Because I think it's hard to say that the 49ers have an underrated receiver because we just talk so much about all these guys. I would say, if we're talking about just purely 49ers, then I would have to say Trent Sherfield, even though he's not underrated. I mean, everybody understands, but I just think his element of a different aspect of the game that he clearly has brought so far in stretching the field, and not just in the preseason games, but also in practice as well, being a vertical threat. I think that's something really cool to see. So definitely him. If you're talking about in the NFL, I would say Brandon Cooks. And not just because he's one of my Stockton guys, but Brandon Cooks goes over 1,000 yards every single year. Cooks goes over 1,000 every year, and everybody just kind of, I don't want to say they disrespect him, but they don't look at him like that. Like, they don't look at him like a guy that has been as productive as he has been. So You're talking about underrated receivers in the NFL. Is got to be Brandon Cooks by far has to be the most underrated. There's other guys that people will throw out there like Tyler Lockett or something, right? But I mean, Tyler Lockett, he can't be underrated anymore because everybody talks about how he's underrated. So I feel like if everybody talks about you being underrated, then you're not underrated. So Lockett, he ain't underrated. But I think Brandon Cooks, he's the one guy who consistently like just does his thing. And everybody just acts like it's not happening. Like he's not going over 1,000. Like he didn't go over 1,000 last year. Now, maybe his quarterbacks have something to do with it. He has played for Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Deshaun Watson. But whatever. He does his things. Oh, he played for the Rams. Like he did good there. Like he's a 1,000-yard guy, walking 1,000. Where 49ers would just like give up a left nut to have a 1,000-yard receiver, right? We've only had who did Crabtree went over 1,000, I believe, maybe. Anquan Bolden for sure. I mean, when was Anquan Bolden on the team? 2013 last? 14 maybe? Maybe? 49ers ain't had a 1,000-yard receiver. And Cooks does it every year. So he's the most underrated receiver in my opinion. Two most important goals today. No injuries. Trade balls the fuck out. I would say definitely no injuries. Big time goal. And two, I wouldn't say it's trade ball out. I would just say see an offense that moves the ball. It's been clunky with the way that they've moved the ball throughout preseason with Trey Lance, Jimmy, no matter who's at quarterback. So I would like to see, like, can we see some good drive put together? I watched the Jaguars earlier, and I know Trevor Lawrence wasn't going against ones, but just to see what it looked like, the efficiency, the ball placement, like the drives, the throws, like the tight window throws, like just Trevor Lawrence, just boom, 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 touchdown, boom, 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 touchdown again. Like it was like I was like, God damn, like goddamn Peyton Manning with running ability. That's what it looked like. So can you get that level of consistency from the offense? And again, they don't have to score every time, but I would just like to see them put drives together, man, like string drives together. So that's what I would like to see for the two most important goals. Like you said, no injuries, and then offense look more fluid. Does Simba Webster make this roster? I say he has a chance. I think he's a guy that definitely has to have a show something, right? If he can show that he can be a legit return guy, if he gets that opportunity, then yeah, he can make this roster. He's gonna have to do that. He's not gonna make it as just a receiver. Like they don't care about that. They have all these other guys. Can he have that special teams value? Okay, we got some people talking about where they from. Hold on. I skipped over something here. Dang, there were a lot of questions here. I appreciate y'all. Y'all stormed it, and I'm not gonna get to all of them, but I'm gonna try to get to all of them. Here we go. Okay, hold on. So that was December Webster. Jimmy Garoppolo will miss Kendrick Bourne. I think Jimmy definitely liked him because he was Jimmy likes to throw like right now. Here we go. Play Trey Lance for 2 quarters. Be ready for the season just in case Jimmy gets hurt. Yeah, I think Trey Lance. I think we'll see him 2 quarters. On third down, Kendrick Bourne was a beast. I agree. Hufanga, the favorite right now at safety. If I'm going into a game right now, I'm going in with Ward and Tart, as long as they're healthy. Greetings from Africa. Let's go. I gotta go to Africa one day, and if I go, I might need a place to stay. And I'm cheap. I don't really like staying in hotels all the time, but man, you got to look out one time, man. I'm gonna make it out there. I'm gonna make it to Africa. I promise. That's pretty dope, man. You out there in Africa. Here we go. Let's see. Why can't we trade Jimmy G to the Patriots for that cornerback? I think the Patriots have their Jimmy G, right? You look at their roster, man, like they got their Mac Jones, man, and he's doing solid. So, here we go. We got Niner Sweden on, and then this will be the last thing we go over before we go live. But Niner Sweden, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good.
I can hear you now. Are you actually in Sweden?
Yeah, I'm Sweden. I'm in Sweden.
Oh wow, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what you got for us?
Sorry.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you partly. Yeah.
All right. So how are you doing today? You ready to watch the game?
Yeah, I'm ready to watch the game. I can hear the anthem now. Here on the.
Oh, nice. What are you looking forward to kind of seeing from the 49ers today?
I'm looking forward to see it play Lance. Yeah,
You excited about Lance, huh?
for sure.
Well, it looks like he's going to get a chance, after
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo today.
Yeah. So yeah, for sure.
Definitely. So what do you think about, real quick? I'll ask you this last question real quick, but you got Kyle Shanahan. Do you think he's on a hot seat? We're talking about a head coach who everybody loves, right? And I love Shanahan as well. One winning season in 4 years. There's definitely context with that, where you have Kyle Shanahan who, he's been without quarterbacks most of that time. So what do you think if Kyle Shanahan has a losing season? Any chance he gets fired? I'd say no. I think they're going to give him at least another year. But what do you think about Kyle Shanahan right now?
I think he can. He will still be on if he lose. But
Yeah.
I think he's a great coach. I think they have the consistency now for many years, and I hope that's good for the team. Not change the coach too much. That's not good. I don't like it.
Right.
I think I think the Super Bowl season was great, and I hope they're in for a run again now.
Right. Yep. I hope so too, man. But Niner Sweden, man, it was nice hearing from you. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thanks. I like watching your show. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, thank you, man. I
Thanks.
appreciate the love. All right, y'all, man. I had a ton more questions. I see we got CJ Foster and Little Rock. Bro, why you not watching the game with me, man? You should be down here, man. I'm in Southeast Arkansas. I'm out here in Monticello. I was actually in Little Rock last night at the Salt Bowl. I was at the Salt Bowl game last night. It was Bryant against Benton. Good game. Had about what? It was like 25,000 people there for a high school football game. That's awesome. All right, y'all. Croc, pray for me, bro. Oh, wait, hold on. Here you go, Croc. Pray for me, bro. In the hospital fighting for COVID, man. Prayers up. I'm pretty sure everybody in here, Niner game, man. We all a family, so we'll definitely be saying a prayer for you, your family, anybody else, and y'all got anybody out there. We'll definitely, I'll say a prayer for all of y'all, but definitely hoping God puts His healing hand on you, and you get over that soon, man. Rest up. My guy Wayne, what up, Wayne? My guy Wayne, he in here. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna end this broadcast now. I appreciate everybody for jumping on. Again, I'm just turning around right now and going right back to this channel, and I'm gonna get into the watch party. I just didn't want to do them together. All right, so I appreciate everybody coming in here. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that like button. Appreciate all y'all coming on. I'm out. Peace.
Intercepted. It is picked off by Eric Crocker over midfield. He'll run it all the way into the end zone. Touchdown.
Croc Talk TV podcast. Peace.